How does the 14th Amendment Due Process Clause protect you? Imagine facing a situation where the government wants to take away your property or restrict your freedom. Would you know if they are doing it fairly? That's where the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment comes into play. It is a part of the U.S. Constitution that helps make sure your rights are protected when the government acts against you. This clause says that no state can deprive anyone of life, liberty, or property without following fair and proper legal procedures. It's like a rule that keeps the government honest and fair in its actions. The Due Process Clause protects you in two main ways. First is procedural due process. This means that before the government can take away your rights or property, it must follow certain steps. For example, if your child is taken away or your property is seized, you have the right to be notified about what is happening. You also have the right to be heard in court, to present evidence, and to have a fair hearing. This includes the chance to cross-examine witnesses and to have a lawyer if you want one. These rules help ensure that decisions are made fairly and not just based on the government's power. The second way is called substantive due process. This protects your rights from laws that are unfair or unreasonable. Even if the government follows all the proper procedures, a law can still be challenged if it infringes on fundamental rights without a good reason. For example, laws that try to stop you from marrying or making personal decisions about your family can be challenged if they are not justified by a strong public interest. This part of the protection makes sure that laws do not unfairly restrict your basic freedoms. The protections of the Due Process Clause apply to everyone in the United States, including people who are not citizens. If an immigrant faces deportation, they have the right to a hearing, to know the charges against them, and to challenge the government's case. This means that fairness is a right everyone shares, no matter where they come from. Every time you interact with the legal system, the Due Process Clause is there to protect you. Whether you are accused of a crime, your property is taken, or your rights are at risk, you are entitled to fair treatment. This includes being treated with respect, having your case heard by an impartial judge or jury, and being able to defend yourself. Knowing your rights under this clause helps you stand up for yourself if the government acts unfairly. If you believe your rights have been violated, you can challenge the government's actions in court. This protection helps keep the legal system fair and balanced for everyone.